Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. We don't got a lot of news today. I mean, it could be some things I could talk about, but some things I choose not to talk about. So we're going to talk about the upcoming fights this weekend, what you guys think about it, and anything that we talked about this week thus far. It's only Tuesday or last week. You can chime in if you didn't get a chance to chime in. Not going to be a long show today. Put the link in the chat. But as usual, let me get my banners up. Sorry. But y'all know, first, what we got to do? We got to turn 2. Take it. Giving people a chance to get in here. I see DJ is in the building. He said, Miss T, salute Queen. Salute to you too, King.
All right, you got it, Greeny. You in the place to be with now, rock. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my man Greeny right there. He's about to show you the skills for real. My man Greeny right there. Oh, Lord, man, now. Hey, Greeny, rockin' for me. Now, let's work. Let's go, Nate. Let's go, G-Magic. Play it for Greeny. Play it.
I can listen to this all day.
Do this for DJ Frank White tonight. I love you all. Oh, Lord, man, now. Let's work. Nice work.
Put it in the pocket, y'all. Put it in the pocket. I could listen to this all day. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? First thing we're gonna do is do a water check, but let me reintroduce DJ. DJ says salute, Queen, and that salute to you too, DJ. Y'all know we do a water check, and I always tell you I'm gonna keep saying it just so it can become second nature. 10 bottles as usual at this time of day. Miss T is on her 10th bottle, 8-ounce bottles of water. We strive here at Boxing Fans Talk TV. We strive for 100 ounces of water a day. 128 is a gallon. But we strive for the 100 ounces. Two most important times to drink water is when you get out of bed. Don't let them toes hit the floor. Reach over to your nightstand, chug a lug, you 8 ounces. Have that 8 ounces ready and waiting as soon as you open your eyes. Some people got to take medicine with their water. Take your medicine, be ready first thing in the morning before you get out that bed. Chug a lug. You got a lot of moving parts going to be going down in a few. Once you get up and start walking around, you need that water as lube at night before you go to sleep. Not when you're looking at TV in the bed, but before you actually close your eyes and go to sleep. Chug a lug, 8 ounces. That's a lube too. A lot of working parts and moving things going on in the body. You burn the most calories at night, between 900 to 1,000. Everybody's different, but you burn the most calories at night. Also, you recharge, you reboot, you rejuvenate, you do a lot of stuff. You heal. You need that water's help, plus you're flushing out toxins. That's why when you get up in the morning, that first in the beginning, you go to the bathroom. That's all that work that was being done that night, trying to, rejuvenate you, like heal up things that might not have went well for you that day. Get some of that stuff out your body, the toxins and everything. So water check, 80 ounces. And that's me normally every day around this time. I don't even try. I just, that's how far I can get at this time. But I do drink more water after I get off the show. It ain't much to talk about in the news. Like I said, it seems like a lot of more personal stuff, and I try to stay away from personal stuff or repeat things. We could go on and on. But I found interesting the PBC has announced that, and I know a lot of y'all said, well, you've been showing your advertisements, T. Just a reminder, the reason I do that, this is allergy season. What y'all don't know is Miss T, I was swollen. I'm okay. But y'all won't get me on the tizoo with no swollen eye. Y'all gonna be like, what fight you was in, Miss T? But it's back down to normal. And I avoided taking those steroids that they like to give me when I go to the hospital for this. So I'm good. But PBC announced that they have 9 dates that they're gonna have between here and mid-July. They're gonna be fighting 6 world title fights and 2 unification bouts. 7 of them will air on just Showtime, 2 on Showtime pay-per-view. So let's talk about some of these fights that's coming up. You got the EJ versus Ugas, April 16th, and I'm not gonna say it in any particular type order. That's gonna be at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. First of all, I'm gonna need he don't have to, but I just feel like EJ need to fight somewhere other than Texas all the time. And that's just my personal opinion. But I say that about every fighter. Until people get on that Floyd Mayweather status, having one set place that you only fight, I don't, Floyd could do it. And I can't say that about everybody else. I can't even say it about Terrence Crawford. So in case people wondering, that is not a stab, but I would say that about everybody. Tank is he's not fighting in the same place all the time. He's a big draw too, except on his last fight. The EJ and Ugas. So I'm gonna break that down. EJ fighting his regular way. He's a come forward fighter. He's relentless. It's a battle of whoever's most conditioned at that time, who could take what, he's never gonna back down. He's gonna keep coming for you, coming for you, coming for you. And he does have a great jab. Um, he like I said, his attributes is that he be in the proper stance. He has a great jab and he's a come forward fighter. The most beautiful thing about EJ is that he's relentless. He's relentless. And when you come across somebody like that, what can you do? You can also say he has a heart because most relentless fighters do. Another fighter that we can think of that's relentless like that would be Isaac Cruz. I know a lot of people are not big fans of his. I've been watching him, over the last couple of months or last 6 months or so. He's a relentless fighter too. You're gonna have to break their will when you fight those type of guys. It's not impossible, but you're gonna have to. So those EJ's attributes. Now I know everybody say he's a more rounded, complete fighter. He know how to make adjustments. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that, or maybe in his fights, he just hasn't had to. I haven't seen that he's a person who can make adjustments. I've seen that he's a person who could take a punch, or he takes the punch. You got to break his will. That's the best thing about him. There will always be somebody who can do that. So, how can Ugas break his will? Ugas will have to make EJ miss. If y'all go back and watch Ugas fights, they call him the Southpaw Assassinator, or something to that effect. He does very well with Southpaws. Now the question is, do he got pop in his punches? If Ugas makes EJ miss everything but hit him in return, and he has some kind of respectable power, those are ways you can break somebody's will because they'll get frustrated. If EJ fights out of frustration, he's gonna have a problem with Ugas. So that's Ugas' goal, is to frustrate EJ. That's what he has to do. Because if EJ is on cruise control, Ugas is not gonna be able to do anything about that. So EJ, the best way for him to win is to fight his normal fight. And the best way for Ugas to win is to fight his normal fight. Isn't that odd? That's odd, right? So Ugas, he's gonna stand there. He's got one of the best stance in boxing in that division anyway. He doesn't ever, that I've seen, makes mistakes as far as his feet placement. Never seen him do it. And I've sat back and watched his fights a couple of times and was like, damn, he don't. I've seen Terrence make a mistake or two. I've seen EJ make mistakes. I've seen everybody make mistakes when it comes to how they place their feet. He doesn't. He's also a fighter who doesn't necessarily have to have his foot on the outside of his opponent's foot, because that's how they tell you to fight southpaws. Make sure you get on the outside of them. He doesn't have to do it. I've watched like this is something I keyed into and was like, damn, he's doing something different than what we will train people to do or explain that they have to do. He keeps his feet wherever he wants them. That's how I'm gonna say it. But his feet don't necessarily ever be on the outside of his opponent's foot. He never crosses. He never crosses streams. I've never seen him do it once. He take baby steps in such a way that when he moves forward, they just little steps. Boom, 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 boom. Like that. And they be evenly placed. He's like back in the same stance that he once was. So his biggest attribute to me is foot placement and his stance. And that carries a lot, believe it or not. I know some folks might be like, that ain't gonna matter. It does matter. Another thing he does well, he doesn't do peekaboo. I wouldn't call it peekaboo, but Ugas puts his arm so far in, better than any other fighter I've seen in his division, even over Bud. He puts his arms and his elbows are well tucked in, and he's able to put his hands up like that. And so you could call it peekaboo, but it's not really peekaboo. He has his arms up, so it's hard to get to him. It's hard to get to him, and he moves his head. Now, see, that's something Earl doesn't do. He don't really move his head. Maybe because he's more offensive. Like when Earl's on offense, he's on offense. When he's on defense, he's on defense. I've never seen him do it interchangeably or at the same time. But Ugas can do it. And just because Ugas is a better all-around fighter, even I'll say this with Terrence, it don't mean that somebody who's not a more complete fighter can't beat them. That's not what I ever say. But when you got that dog in you, and I don't know if Ugas has it in him yet. I mean, he showed well with Pacquiao, but that's an older Pacquiao. I don't know if he got that dog in him, with a younger fighter or somebody younger than him or around about his age. So that remains to be seen. But just Ugas' stance, the way he moves, he's always in the proper stance, always balanced. Because that's what that means. He's always balanced. He moves his head and he knows how to get around a southpaw. He knows how to throw his punch and add speed. I've seen that too. Talking about Ugas. He also knows how to get jabs in. Now Ugas does what a lot of boxing trainers ask of their fighters. He doesn't just throw one jab, he throws many. He'll throw two. I've seen him throw three. And he does that all the time, which we know the jab is the way you set up, your dismantling of your opponent. So while Errol Spence jab, the forward jab, he walks you down. Ugas, it remains to be seen, but in his previous fights, he don't let you jab and walk him down. He stands there, and he knows how to avoid your punches and this, that, and the other. If you hit him and you miss, he will make you pay. Another thing Ugas does is when he throw his double jab, of course he makes you adjust. He blinds you. He can get you out of position when he does that. When he throws his hook or jab, because he can interchange those things, his left. He also come back with the right. A lot of fighters don't do that. And I see that he does that. And he is one of the, what I would say about him in this division, he is one of those fighters who can get you in a position where you're all open in the inside. And he goes for it. So he doesn't hesitate. He'll throw his jab or his hook, and he may walk you down, or he might be up like that. He'll throw it, but then you're gonna do something offensively, and your whole insides be open, and he comes with it. He'll come with it, and I mean, sounds loud, but we can't call him a knockout puncher. The trick is going to be who established their power first between these two. Whoever established their power first is going to, try to dominate. I think Ugas is a better boxer than Errol Spence, but can Ugas take Errol Spence's power? Can Ugas take, the dog in him, walking him down? I don't. That's the part that we don't know, and we're gonna see when they do fight. Their fight again is April 16th at AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. I would love to hear what you guys think, how that fight is going to go. But that is my honest opinion. It, basically I could be saying that it's 50-50. I don't know how to say, I really can't say it's 50-50. I actually got Earl edging him out because of Earl's relentless. But if Ugas can take his punch, and Earl, you're going to have to establish it right there in the beginning, both of them. If they can take each other punch, it's going to be a long night. Demetrius Ross is in the building. He says, salute, Miss T. Salute to you too, King. So that's how I kind of see that fight going. I think Ugas got the better stance. He stays on balance. He moves his head offline. He is not going to let you walk him down. If in this fight, Earl walks him down and walks him down chronically, I ain't talking about once or twice here and there, but chronically, round after round after round, Earl is going to demolish him straight up. Because then Ugas will be departing from what he normally does. And when you depart from your normal game plan that you normally do, this is his basic staple. He doesn't let you walk him down. If you looked at any Ugas fights, he really don't let people walk him down. Demetrius Ross said, "We will see where Spence really is with this one." Yeah. If he has any kind of power, it doesn't have to be knockout power. Talking about Ugas, he don't have to have knockout power, but if he has any kind of power, you know, and he constantly makes Earl Spence miss, which he can do, and make him pay. He has a great counter. Again, he moves his head off the line. He knows how to get at you when you're a southpaw. If he makes Earl Spence miss and miss and miss, I predict that Earl will get frustrated and a couple of things gonna happen. And I know y'all think that I'm just hating on Earl. I'm not, but this is what I've seen. If Earl start doing the low blows, I don't want to hear about no body snatching. I mean, because the shit is chronic, you know. And then like I showed y'all that compilation video that somebody else made, not T. I didn't make it, so I couldn't be the only one thinking it. But if he goes down and start hitting low blow, either he just he's to me, I think he does that to set up a devastating punch. Like he know he's going to hit you, but he can't knock you out. Well, I ain't gonna say he can't never, but he hasn't been a knockout artist. So I think like with the Campo fight, once he hit him low, even though y'all guys will sit up there and take it and don't cry about it, when he come back up and hit you on the top, what you gonna do? You gonna bend over? You can get knocked out. But that's how it be. So I really am not interested in seeing no low blows. That's gonna make me just not like the fight at all. It's not, because then I'm gonna say, is it possible for him to have a fight without low blowing? Excuse me. Burping everywhere. Demetrius Ross said, "Queen, I was about to say the same thing about those nut shots." Yeah, he does. And I think he does them to set up a big bang so he can really hurt somebody and knock him out, or when he's frustrated to get you off him. Because you're not going before you break his will, he's gonna go for your nuts. So I would say the Jordanus, you better have a good ass cup on. And I'm not trying to shit on Earl when I say this. Again, I should have had that compilation video up that somebody else made to show you that he does that chronically. And when I say chronically, pretty much every fight he's in, that happens. And see, to me, at that point, it's chronic. It's a chronic problem. So, you know, I would love to see Earl Spence fight without doing that. Because when you do that, you know, it's tantamount to cheating. But if the referee don't catch it, then I guess it ain't cheating in most people's eyes. But it is. If you hit me in a no-go zone and you know that kind of pain is gonna make me, from what y'all guys say to make you just want to sit down somewhere, it kind of be like, whew, like that was a bridge too far. Take you off your game, take you off your mental strategy. Only but you still in your mental game and your strategy. I that's boring to me. That's just you're not proving nothing. You're just proving that whatever you need to do, you'll do just to get an advantage, fair or unfair. And that's not you don't become the best doing stuff like that. But Ugas need to be leery of it. He need to speak on it when the ref talks to them in the back room. Ugas need to speak on that and be like, ref, please call them shits. Especially when you on one side and you can't see. Just know that shit going down. And I guarantee you, like we can actually, they should do a bet on how often he'll do it. That what the bet should be. Like how often you can count how many times. Like is he gonna do it 3 times in the fight? Is he gonna do it? Because I'm sorry, if that's not intentional, it wouldn't happen every fight that you're in. That's a flaw. I don't know what Ugas does dirty. I have yet to see a fight where he's trying to fight dirty. But if he was, I would call him on it. There's some people who do fight dirty to try it, like a Josh Taylor. Y'all know I said that about him. He's the undisputed. I should be like, yay, Josh Taylor. But now I don't trust him. I don't feel like he is a real champion because he has to do all these antics. Just get in there and trust your conditioning and win on your merits, on real merits, not those type of nut shots and shit. I swear I'm gonna throw my hands up and be like disgusted with the whole fight. But as you know, this is one of the fights that PBC is rolling out of the 9 dates that they have between here and mid-July. PBC is touting themselves as, yo, we doing the damn thing just because they got 9 dates. And these are I'm just naming out the fights that they got, the big ticket items. So EJ Ugas, April 16th, and that's around the corner. Again, I'm gonna edge Earl out. I got him winning. If Ugas win, I won't be totally surprised, but it's hard. Earl has to be in there with somebody who is as relentless as he is. Like Terrence Crawford, to me, when I'm talking about between these two, Terrence, he just has more ability and know-how, like tricks in his bag, if you will. He just has more tricks in his bag that he can pull out. There's things and subtle things that he do that a lot of these welterweight or fighters, period, don't ever do. He set traps. He do a lot of stuff. I'm not saying Earl can't set traps. Earl is a fundamentally sound boxer. He is. He knows certain things. I don't think he can do 2 things at one. Now, this is what I would say about Terrence. He can. Terrence could be on offense, switch right to defense, come back to offense. I don't see that in Earl. I'm explaining to you guys why I see what I see and why I pick the things I pick. Ugas is just as good. Ugas, the question is for me with Ugas, do he have real respectable power? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. But that's a fight I'm not buying. I don't know about you guys. And I told you guys why. And just because I'm doing it, that don't mean y'all have to do it. But I'm not buying a motherfucking fight. PBC can eat a dick until Terrence and Spence have a fight. I'm not buying none of their shit. But I have Showtime, so fortunately for me, I get to see some of this shit. But I ain't buying nothing. I'm not buying nobody's merch. I'm not doing none of that shit. If it's a PBC fighter, you're going to have to suffer the consequence. As I say, I stood by my word. Keith Thurman, love him. I still love him. As a fighter, nothing personal, y'all. But as a fighter, I still love Keith Thurman. Still a fan. He only lost once. He's still that guy to me. I ain't about his fight. And I apologize on air. I was like, I'm not buying your fight, Keith. Although I would love Keith to come on my channel, I can't. It wasn't about Keith. It was about PBC and how they string us along. I'm not supporting that. The next fight I want to talk about is Tank versus Rolly. I left the link in the chat if anybody want to chime in or anything. Matter of fact, I keep not doing this and I have this number scrolling at the bottom, but I never put up my number. I don't know why. Or turn on the phone, I should say. I don't know why I do this all the time. I apologize, y'all. Y'all don't utilize this phone. Y'all should. Here we go. The phone lines are open as well. So the next fighter I'm going to talk about is Tank and Rolly. Now, a lot of people say they don't want to see this fight. They don't care for it. I mean, it's a waste of money. A lot of people have problems with how Floyd moves Tank. Feeling that he's sheltering him and he's being real strategic and he's not giving him challenging fights. My my perspective on the whole thing is I don't like how Floyd moves Tank either. This is my one and only reason. If you get into boxing as a sport, if that's what you're choosing to do, you understand everything about what it takes to be in this sport. Why would you get in a sport that you don't try to achieve accolades? Now I know the WBC, especially the WBA and the WBO, have issues. We all have issues with them. They interject themselves too much into boxing. It's a lot of bullshit with their sanctioning body. They claim to be a nonprofit, but they really for profit. All that to say, they in it for the money. They interject themselves, and somehow they gained a foothold in boxing so that they can orchestrate the type of boxing matches they want to see, so that they can make the money they want to make. But for the fans, it usually be fights we don't want to see and we tired of paying for. Rolling and Tank is one of them. For me, I actually like this fight. If they'd have had the fight last year before I went on my boycott thing, because that started this year with the Tim Smith interview. But if Rolling and Tank would have met up last year, I would have bought that fight. I've always supported everybody, PBC, everybody, DAZN, everybody. When y'all were saying, when everybody was saying in the beginning, don't get DAZN, I actually got DAZN when they first got here, and I've had them ever since. When they tucked tail and went back to the UK, they didn't have a great success over here like they thought they would. I did not unsubscribe. I still got my subscription to DAZN. I bought everybody fight. But even it came to a point for me, I had to draw a line in the sand. So Tank and Rolly, even though Tank, I'm a fan, I don't hate Rolly. Rolly do some goofy, stupid shit. He says some goofy, stupid shit at times, but I don't hate Rolly. You know, I chalk his misbehaving up to him being a kid. I mean, it'll come a time when you get an age, I want to say when you pushing like 27, you're pretty much well over 25 to me. Once you go across that hump, I don't give you these, oh, he's a kid, benefits. I don't know how old Rolly is exactly, but I'm thinking he's under 25. I think Tank is about 27. Because when you about 27, you're now falling in the realm of the 30-year-olds. And when you're 30, you ain't not a kid. You don't get no benefits of the doubt, and all that stuff. So Tank and Rolly are going to have that match after all. They're going to have that match. And I'm interested in seeing it. But once again, PBC, I'm not buying your fight. I'm not buying it. And you can thank Tim Smith. And I keep saying that. You can thank Tim Smith. If y'all feel the same as I do, join me. If you don't, that's okay too. I don't begrudge you for your choices. We are all free and able to make our own choice. I'm just explicit in telling you why I made the choice I made. And I'm also that way when I talk about certain fighters, why I don't like them or what I like about them or this, that, or other. Like EJ, I don't dislike EJ. I don't think he's better than Terrence Crawford. That's it. It's not a crime for me to feel that way. But Tank and Rolling, now when Tank had that fight with Isaac Cruz, I kept advocating for Isaac Cruz for months. And most people in these boxing streets, in this YouTube circuit, know that I've been advocating for Isaac Cruz since last August. And I was bringing him up to say Devin Haney could never get a fight. So I was like, Devin, won't you ask other 135 pounders? Why are you waiting for these other people, as y'all would say, grow some nuts and, take your challenge on? You got Isaac Cruz. That would make a great fight. Everybody was ignoring me. I felt like, I ain't take it personal, but like, oh, Miss T, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And then somehow or another, he got the golden ticket to fight Tank. And I said before that fight, I said, Tank, as if he like I got his ear or something. Y'all know. I was like, Tank, if you're gonna fight this dude, do not fight him like you've been fighting everybody here lately. Don't be strategic and trying to place your punch. One punch here because you know you got knockout power. You gotta box this dude. If you don't, you'll get your ass whipped. I say that because this is a guy that's relentless. You have to give like extra credit for people who fight relentless. That's why I say I like Earl Spence. He's a relentless fighter. So I give him a little extra credit just for that attribute. Because, people who are relentless, you're going to have a hard time with them. And that's what Tank did. He wound up having a hard time. He had to actually box this dude just to edge him out. And he barely edged him out, in my opinion. I would not have been disappointed with a draw. But now with Rolly, everybody laugh at Rolly. Can Rolly take a shot? We don't know. That is the question. Can Tank really take a shot? I'm going to say he weathered the storm of Isaac Cruz. But Isaac hurt him a couple of times, so we know he can be hurt. But he weathered the storm. Now, Rolly's supposed to have a lot of power. And Rolly is a bigger dude. So when Rolly get in there with Tank, it might be interesting, y'all. Because I'm sure the way those guys, the bravado that they got, like Tank can't stand them. But he can't stand Tank either. They are definitely going to show who's more powerful right there off the rip. And then from there, we'll be able to glean how that fight going to wind up going. Because if Tank hit him real, real hard and he can't take it, it might be a short night for Rolly. If Rolly hit Tank real hard, and this is the difference because I think Tank is a better boxer, an overall better boxer than Rolly, then Tank may be able to weather the storm, but he's gonna have to have his thinking cap on. But if Rolly can't take Tank punch, it's a short night. Because Tank gonna outbox him and he gonna catch him. But that's gonna be a great fight. May 28th. And guess what? It's at the Barclays. You could say that Tank's permanent destination could have been, Baltimore, or it could be Atlanta. Because he always, he do well when he come to Atlanta. I ain't say he always fight there. But look, he's going to the Barclays. So when I said, EJ, why is everything in Texas? Spread out. We know you got Texas. Do you got the other 49 states? That's the question. We know you got Texas. But look at Tank. He's going to the Barclays in Brooklyn, New York. So that's gonna be a hot ticket item too. But hey, PBC, I'm not buying that shit neither. Yogi is in the building. What's popping, Queen? Hello, Miss T. Stopping by to show support. Thank you, Queen. How you been? Working hard, I know. Loving that. Oh, you like the hair? I see you, B. Yeah, I like it. I got it done earlier this week or last week, but um, when y'all, I reminded everybody when y'all see me with just my picture, either I'm red around here or my eyes swollen or something is swollen. So I don't want to be on camera like that. So this is my worst season, but having that problem. And so y'all will see me with the avatar up a lot. My eye just went down, so it looks normal. Y'all shit. That shit is hard. But you're not. I'm well getting my hair done. Okay, I see you, Queen. I know I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm going out of town soon. But May 28th for the Tank and Rolly. Just because I say I had to think about this. Just because I say I boycott PBC fights, does that mean I had to ask myself this question? Does that mean that I'm boycotting going to a fight? I had to think about that because the whole point is PBC ain't getting my money. So that means for me, if I look at it logically, I'm not buying no kind of PBC fights. No. If you with the PBC, you're gonna catch it. You're just collateral damage. I'm not buying your merch. I'm not buying nothing. Y'all gonna have to feel it. And I hope it's me and many. But again, I don't get to make that decision for you guys. That's you. But I'm not buying no fights at all. No PBC fights in no way, shape, or form. I'm not going to their fights. I'm going to just have to catch it the best way I can. But I'm not putting no money behind that. Then you got Charlo versus Castano. Finally. That's going to be May 14th, and that's held in LA. And you see, that's what I mean by branch out. I don't know how Charlo's fans are in LA. I don't even know if he got fans over there. But I'm sure he would prefer Texas. But that's going to be an interesting fight. Now, a lot of people had, when they first met up, they had Castano winning, or they said maybe it was a draw. I heard a lot of people say he was gifted that. And even though I do not like the Charlos, I don't shit on them, and I don't pray for their downfall. I know he did this last interview where he called himself getting back at Terrence, or responding to Terrence saying he wanted to move up. And he was like, you need to humble yourself. You need to take less money. You need to be a challenger. Learn how to be a challenger. Basically just trying to devalue him. And maybe he can. I mean, I'm not mad at what he's saying per se, because they could potentially be opponents. You could talk shit and swallow spit when you talk about your own opponents, but or potential opponents. But just to be like what Chris Colbert did with Wilder and shit, that was just straight cooning. So in the end of the day, I'm not hold on, y'all. Damn, huh? I got a bill. I feel you, Queen. I feel you. Get it together. Get it together. Sister gonna work it out. But yeah, so I mean, everybody was happy with his response, and I feel like some people probably be like, "Well, he cool again." Not to me. Not to me. That I don't care if he was digging up what you call him. I don't like I said, I don't have a problem with what he had to say. He was talking to a potential opponent. But there's things that I gleaned from what he said. He didn't say, yeah, young man, come on. If you come up here, you better be sure you want to come up here. You got a lot of business there at 147, but if you want to come up up here, I'll be waiting for you. I'm gonna send you right back down there. He didn't say nothing like that. It was more like, stay where you at, handle that over there, and all that, because fucking with me, the only kind of way that he kind of like implied that, yeah, he with the business is saying, he said, fucking with me, you gonna get knocked out. But he not inviting him to fuck with him. Terrence Crawford is saying simply, if Earl Spence don't make a beeline for him after this fight, he's not gonna wait for him. He's gonna move up. And being that he's a WBO champion, he gets to make a beeline straight to you, Charlo, or Castano, whichever one of y'all have the belt after y'all meet up. What would you do? That's exactly what you would do. That's exactly what Earl Spence would do. So again, how they talk shit is how they talk shit. I ain't mad at it. But Charlo versus Castano, Charlo alluded to the fact that Castano might have been trying to give himself time so he could cycle off some drugs. That might be even true. That might be true. I'm kind of with him on that, because the speculation of it all, it seems fishy. So I'm with Charlo on that assessment. Like, but Charlo also talking like, I don't care what you take, it ain't gonna help you. So I'm happy that, he getting ready for him or whatever. And their first meeting, Castano and Charlo, I had Charlo winning. I edged him out because I don't feel like Castano took it at all. I think Castano hurt him, and I think he was shocked. but he, like a true champion, he weathered the storm. And see, I can call him a true champion, even though I don't like either one of them, because the shit that they say is just who acts like that? Who acts like that? I'm a black person, been a black person for a long time. I don't know angry black people like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't get behind none of the shit that he be talking. But again, so for clarity, he had a right to respond because Terrence could very well be a potential opponent. But in your response, Charlo, you were directing him elsewhere when you should have been inviting him to you. So, I was the person who didn't like to call people a duck real casually or real throw that word duck around real liberally. But now, when in Rome, when in Rome, do what Romans do. According to the logic, the profounding logic at hand, you came off like a duck, Charlo. Do I think you a duck? Nah, I never thought that way about you. But in your response, you're ducking Terrence Crawford. That's what it sounds like to me. Is you telling him to go elsewhere, seek life elsewhere, but you. If y'all in this boxing game and he all he said is he was moving up, what do you want him to do? Go fight somebody without a title? Would you do that? Logically speaking, if Charlo was in Terrence's position and he just could not get the fight with the person with the other belts, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm moving up," would you go fight somebody that don't have a title in your division? No, you'll go straight for the opportunity to gain a belt in the next weight class. So for you to say to direct them elsewhere, you come off like a duck. Yes, right. I said it. That's right. I said that because I'm using the duck logic because I'm in Rome. And when in Rome. But that's going to be May 14 in Los Angeles. Now, Tszyu versus Gasha. I hope I'm saying Gasha's name right. I already got a problem with where they holding this fight at. The Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That place is haunted. Y'all remember the Mikhail Fox, what's that dude named? Gabriel Maestri. Maestri and Fox fight that happened August 14 last year. That place is haunted to me now. Because it's going to be some tomfoolery, a whole lot of highway robbery. I don't expect nothing fair out there. I don't like to watch unfair fights. Y'all can have that shit, and motherfucking the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They got an albatross flying around that shit. I wouldn't want nobody to fight there, but PBC likes to go there, and PBC was there for the Maestri versus Fox fight, and look what happened. One of the biggest, obvious, in your face, blatant robbery in boxing. So you know what? They can have that shit. March 26th, Tszyu and Gasha. Now I've seen Gasha fight before. I haven't seen Tszyu fight. I heard that he's pretty good. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he gets compared to his father a lot, but I never seen the dude fight. He's from Australia. Then you have Maxwell versus Ray Vargas. Now this the shit right here. I can't get happy about this fight. It might be a good fight, but I can't get happy about it. Ray Vargas, if y'all don't remember, was Gary Russell's damn dance partner last year. It was his mandatory. Sir Antbo is in the building. He says, salute, salute, salute to you, King. Ray Vargas was supposed to fight Gary Russell. And because they got Gary Russell Jr. hemmed up, they was able to pull a switcheroo. They took Ray, off of Gary's fight and put him on the undercard of Canelo's fight. Now, he was the mandatory. And they threw Max Sale in there. And from my understanding, Gary could not postpone or do nothing with this fight, even though it was known he had an injury. He couldn't postpone it. But I would have been like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm back and I have an injury. You know, the fuck you want me to do? Go in there with one hand and fight off the rip. But all of that shit was a setup to me. Gary still beat Maxeo ass, but they was bound to give it to Maxeo. Now, the only good thing I can say about Maxeo is he not waiting around. Ray Vargas, if they really trying to cake for him, he was never gonna get a title if he had to go through Gary Russell. So that's probably why they did it that way. Maxell, he with Team Pacquiao. Y'all already know what I feel about that. Pacquiao seemed like a nice guy. He can go around blessing you. I remember when Paulie Malignaggi said he walk around like he Jesus, like he be blessing you and shit. The shit is funny because the shit do be true. It be looking like it. But anybody with Pacquiao's team, I just don't trust. That goes for Casimero. The only person I give a benefit of the doubt, because he's newly added to the team in recent times, is Isaac Cruz. And I will be watching Isaac Cruz carefully. I am a fan. But if he make one false move where he's looking shady, I'm done. I'm done. Because these group of guys, to me, don't have a problem with, cutting corners or doing little shady shit, maybe even drinking tea. These motherfuckers' heads is big as hell. You know what I'm saying? If you was their girlfriend, you'd be scared to have a baby by them because look how big that motherfucking head is. Can you imagine that kid's head if all of that was on the up and up? But all you gotta do is go back and look at a young person picture and see how their head grow. I'm telling you, heads don't grow after you grown. They just don't. But, Maxell, he be acne up a little bit. That caused me pause. That gives me pause. So, but now Ray Vargas, the one who was originally supposed to fight Gary, and Maxell is going to have a fight in San Antonio this year. I think it's going to be on July 9th. How convenient. So, that's the PBC 9 days. I mean, they got other people. They brought up Boots. They brought up a whole lot of people, and I was like, wait a minute, they're not with PBC. Not that I knew of, but they brought up a lot of fighters that might be interesting that you might want to see. And I was like, okay, whatever. Before I move on, I do want to talk about the boxing schedule. Make sure we all on point on that one. It's a busy weekend. I got my TV set to record everything. Avanesian versus Mets, BT Sports, March 19th, 2 p.m. Barrow versus Chavez, March 19th, 2 p.m. All of this is Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Ortiz Jr. versus McKenzie on the zone, March 19th, 9 p.m. Now, I've heard that Ortiz had to pull out, so let me click on that link and see what they're talking about. Texas will make his grand return to Los Angeles when he face. I'm just reading, y'all. But I know anybody in the chat might have this answer. I know that I quickly glanced over something saying that Ortiz had to pull out. I just don't know why. Do anybody know why Ortiz had to pull out? Y'all hit y'all like and subscribe buttons. Do anybody know why? And from my understanding, Blair the Flair is gonna take his place. Let me see if I'm gonna try to find it right quick because that's updated information. That's this weekend. So Virgil Ortiz, what could have happened to him? Why he had to pull out? Virgil Ortiz undercard. Oh well, we can talk about that undercard update. That what it said. Okay, Saturday, March 19th promised to be a night full of action as Becca Tamir Bully, I don't know how to say this dude's name, of Indio, California, returns to the ring for the first time in 2022 to face seasoned veteran David La Pantera Zagara of Lima, Peru. People we don't know. Won't even thinking about. That's going to be a 10-round light heavyweight fight. The Zone is broadcasting that. Opening up the Zone broadcast, undefeated fighter Evan Sanchez from Parlier, California, will participate in the 6-round welterweight fight against Alejandro Monero. Another two people we don't know. But it's the Zone, so I'm gonna try to have a silver lining, or just give a benefit of the doubt, because as I always tell you guys, the Zone have great undercards. They always do. The event is headlined by number 1 WBO ranked and undefeated heavy-hander Virgil Ortiz. See, and this is an update. They saying the fight is on. Michael, undefeated welterweight Michael the Problem McKinson of Portsmouth, Great Britain, in a 12-round fight for the WBO international welterweight title. The co-main event of the night will pit Orange County's Alexis Lex Rocha of Santa Ana, California, against Philadelphia's Blair the Flair Cobbs in a 10-round welterweight fight. So this is our opportunity to see Blair Cobbs fight, because he's been talking a lot of crap, blowing up these YouTube streets, saying how he feel. If you're mad at how he feel, then that's not really his problem. That's you guys' problem. He's talking about fighters, once again, that's could be his potential opponents in his division. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. Yesterday we was laughing because they said he called Terrence Crawford Dusty. And that song that I played for him, it was actually a compliment, because I can see that's probably how he feel. And because he probably feel like he's a creep, he's a weirdo. That's how everybody treats him. And like, why is he here? Why is he in boxing? Like, do he belong here? He probably actually feel like that. And that song says those words all through it. So that's why I played it for him, not meant as an insult. So I hope he don't take it that way, or nobody else take it that way. But I glanced at something. You guys let me know in the chat. Well, did I glance at something wrong? Because I actually saw somewhere where they said, Ortiz had to pull out the fight. Then I read somewhere where Blair Cobb is going to take his place. Well, today Tuesday, so they got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. They got some time to make up, to do what they got to do. But I know I read that. And I just read from the updated thing on the Boxing News, and it's basically saying that everything is as is. Ain't nothing changed. So we'll see. But back to the schedule. So you got that. That's your biggest fight. It's gonna be on the Zone. Berlanga's. A lot of you guys want to see that fight because of the debacle he did on the Deontay Wilder fight in October. He kind of didn't have a good showing then, and so we're gonna see what he has learned since then. Berlanga versus Rose, and that's on ESPN, regular ESPN, but that starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, March 19th. So these are fights. It's a couple of good ones. Berlanga versus Rose, Ortiz Jr., McKenzie gonna be a good one. If I could, I would love to check out Avanasian. I keep hearing about this dude. Barra versus Chavez. I don't know who they are. I don't know them either. I ain't worried about them. So, that's what's coming up this weekend. And my TV is set to record all that shit. Jamal Charlo. Let me move on to him. He actually got a fight with Masiho Sulecki. Now, when they was talking about Charlo possibly facing Alvarez, Canelo, or David Benavidez, or Andre, I knew it was all talk. I knew nothing was ever going to come of this. I don't know what it is. maybe 160 is not the best for Big Charlo. I don't know, but he to me I don't get I don't get how he's making his choices in opponents. I ride Canelo, but his strange choices in opponents. Of course, I'm going to ride Charlo, Jamal Charlo, that is, but his strange choices in opponents. You know, we don't know them. We don't know them till he fight them. It don't mean that they're nothing. But if you complain about that for Bud, why y'all not complaining about that for Charlo? Isn't he kind of doing the same thing, picking people? Don't nobody know. And some of these guys might be formidable partners, you know, but we don't know them in the boxing in the States. We don't. Why you not fighting David Benavidez? Why you not fighting Andre? Andre been asking. And you guys, all y'all can say is no. And then y'all hide behind. It gotta make sense, business sense. You don't gotta do all that. Tom Brown from the PBC let that cat out the bag too when he said it's not the promoters or the managers, it's the fighter themselves. I'm paraphrasing. When Bud leaned up and said, hey, reverse that. Say that shit again. If the fight don't happen, why doesn't it happen? It's the fighter, not his manager, not his promoter. That's what Tom Brown said. From the PBC. This is the promoter who works with PBC, who works with the Charlos, who works with Errol Spence, who works with all of them. And he said it's not them. It's the fighters. So I ask again, what the hell, Maceo Selecki? Well, either way, that's going on June 18th. And we know last year, Jamal Charlo had a Juneteenth fight roughly around the same time. I can't remember the exact date, but I think it landed on Juneteenth, and he got a Juneteenth WBC belt. You know, it's nice, cute little belt and everything. But I'm sure that them sanctioning fees probably decent too. Maybe they don't pay sanctioning fees on belts like that. I don't know. But this fight is gonna be on Showtime. See, it's not even a pay-per-view. If it was, I wouldn't be buying it. Houston, Texas. This is a guy that Andre have already dealt with. Fought him, been there, done that, and beat him. And the fans are not happy with this matchup. But they're gonna go through it anyway. So I mean, the PBC acting like they got some good shit, you know, in store for us, but I don't see it. ATL is in the building. Queen, what's up, Shawty? What you told me to call you, man down, Shawty? I put the link in there. If you got anything you want to get off your chest. Ain't much to talk about today because I ain't gonna go into nothing personal. I saw some personal stuff. I ain't gonna go into that. You know, people's personal shit. But yeah, if you got anything to get off your chest, there you go. There's a link. You know. But yeah, Jamal, starting to look like your brother is holding it down more. You know, starting to look like Jamel. Only because one thing we can say about Jamel, the motherfucker will fight you. he don't be doing no crazy moves. He wants to smoke. That's why I found it weird for him to direct Terrence Crawford elsewhere instead of like, yeah, come on, I'll be a huckleberry. That's why I call it a duck. You didn't embrace him, and that's what you could have did. But here you got Jamal fighting any. You can't tell me that 160 don't got no heavy hitters or people we know. He acting like ain't nobody in 160 but him. I refuse to believe it. Sorry, y'all, my back itch. Whew. Say getting your crime book. What's that? You're getting my crime book. What's your crime book? Yeah, so yeah, I heard. Yeah, Charlo. How y'all feel about that? Sir Ambo, how you feel about Jerron Charlo and his next opponent, DJ? Yogi, I know you don't look at it. Demetrius. What y'all feel about that? I just, but you know what? I'm glad I ain't gotta buy shit because I ain't buying it. Man, that's 9 dates that I won't be putting no kind of money to the PBC. Nothing. And for the record, I'm not buying nothing else. And you know what? Life is good. I see the extra money in my account. Cause y'all know I was a person that like I said, y'all believe me, ask DJ. I was a person that bought every goddamn thing. Regardless, even if it was stupid. I was like, yeah, but excuse me. I was like, yeah, but you know, we want to show our support. Now I didn't buy the Jake Paul last year, the last one, only because he was fighting the same guy on short notice. And if he beat him the first time, you know, what he gonna do on short notice? I just didn't want to waste my money. That's it. But I bought Jake Paul the first time. I buy Jake Paul fights. You know, a lot of stupid, crazy shit he does as well. But I chalk it up to him being a kid. He ain't gonna get that beneficial. He not gonna get that benefit from me. You know, as he get older. But when they're like 24 and under, they come on now. I hate to say this, they just stupid as hell. So were we. So were our parents. And so was anybody when they that age. And it take you to get older to look back and say, damn, I was dumb as hell. I ain't know shit. I thought I knew everything, but I didn't. But once you get over 25, not necessarily right at 25, but once you get over 25, you lose that benefit of the doubt as well. And so people like the Charlos do not get the benefit of the doubt from me. CC, he doesn't get a benefit of the doubt. I don't care what age he is because, you know, cooning is something we know not to do even when we youngsters. But he don't get a pass for me. Other fighters like Tank, he's now entering that zone, but he really don't get a pass for me because you have to be a man about yours, Tank, and you know, do your career the way you want to do it. Because I, as a boxing fan, and I'm sure I ain't the only one to feel this way, if you're not going for the championship, unification, or undisputed, why are you here? Especially when you're young in your career. That's why even though this shit is going on with Devin Haney, I don't get totally mad at. I know he frustrated as hell. I know this dude is frustrated. Devin Haney got to be probably one of the most frustrated fighters out there. But Devin, you should stop motherfucking going on these tours. You know, I know this dude is frustrated. Devin Haney got to be probably one of the most frustrated fighters out there. But Devin, you should stop. You gotta turn that shit off in the back.
Oh shit, I got you.
You do that every time.
You good now?
Nah, you got something else. Turn your shit off in the back. You do this every time.
That's good now?
Yeah, it's cool. You got the TV on too?
Oh my bad, yeah, I do.
You gotta just put it on mute.
Not the TV. I ain't got it on this, but
somebody got TV on in the background. So I mean, it wasn't much to talk about today. Did you hear anything exciting? I was just talking about the PBC, and there are 9 dates that I'm not going to patronize. And
No,
nobody
I heard that Showtime posted a card, but I didn't hear who's on the card.
a card this weekend.
No, just period. They were talking about, like Showtime had this great card coming up, so I
They
was
got
trying to figure out what it is.
they talking about the fact that they got 9 dates between here and mid-July. 6 are world title fights and 2 are unification bouts. 7 of them will air on Showtime and 2 will be pay-per-view. So, and then they talked about their hot ticket items: the EJ versus Ugas, Tank versus Rolly, Charlo versus Castano, and Tazoo versus Gasha. Yeah, I'm not buying none of them shits. None of them shits. None.
Well, I'm buying the Yugas versus the goddamn Spence. I got to buy that.
Do you really? I'm just
Yeah.
Now I did
Okay.
I thought eloquent breakdown of that fight. And I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, can you break down Ugas and EJ, like tell what their best attributes or how they should fight each other to get the win?
It ain't gonna be how they fight each other. It's gonna be how Earl Spence take it to Yugas. I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do first.
Mm-hmm.
The first round, through round 3, he gonna figure him out with a jab. He always worked the body. So, the body's going to come into effect. Ain't nobody tested Yuga's body like that because really the only body want to get in there close to bang with Yuga's like that. So, he going to bang Yuga's body. I'm going to give him about 7 rounds, and it's going to be over with. He going to beat his body 6 rounds, and then the 7th round, the head going to be opened up, and it's going to be over with. That's how I see it.
So what you think Ugas can do to win the fight?
Nothing.
See, come on, this is when I be saying that y'all Earl Spence fans are not objective.
Nothing.
You can think of something. You can't think of nothing.
No.
So between
not with Earl Spence.
So between Earl Spence and Ugas, overall, who's the better boxer?
Earl Spence.
With a straight face, y'all. With a straight face.
Straight face.
You seriously try to say a Cuban fighter born and raised is not a better boxer than Earl Spence?
Nope.
See, this is what I said. Listen, I said Earl will have to fight Ugas the way he normally fights. He have to stay throwing his jabs, and he need to walk him down.
Earl don't have to do nothing.
Yes, he do. That's his normal fight.
Yugas gonna have to do what he have to do. Spence don't care how you come, how you bring it. He's gonna dominate you, regardless.
But if Spence don't have an answer for what he doing, this is what I said, and this is all fairness. Earl gonna touch him in the beginning. He gonna show his power. Ugas gonna show his power. If Earl lay back and say, "Well, I'm gonna just touch him a little bit and not show my power," Ugas gonna let him know off the rip his power. Now, if Earl can take Ugas' power,
when have Earl did that though?
Earl don't necessarily show his power right in the beginning. But,
no,
Earl hasn't had to.
He breaks you down physically.
He wasn't breaking Kell Brook down.
He did. What you mean? He quit on his knee
because he got him in the eye. Yes, he did quit.
He quit on his knee.
He got him in he broke his, I guess, his orbital bone again. But through that fight, that was give and take. That was give and take. But
you gotta think about it like this too, Miss T. He went all the way to the UK and took that man belt.
That's great for Earl.
He made him quit. He quit. He quit.
Yeah, he quit. But Earl is not
the ref ain't throw the flag in. His corner didn't. He quit on his knee. Well, he took a knee like we was in the NFL and, Kaepernick was, what I'm saying, in the same stadium. He took a knee.
But dude, if
he took a knee,
his eye was broke. What you think he was supposed to do? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what Earl did. Earl said, hey. Well, Earl didn't even say it. I can't even say Earl said it, but his team said, hey, yeah, I fucked up. You can't fight Pacquiao. So it was what it was.
I mean, but I'm just saying, in the end of the day, give a realistic assessment. You know, I know you're an Earl fan, and that's how you talking. But I'm saying there's a key that Ugas could use to beat Earl Spence, and there's a key that Earl Spence could use to beat Ugas. You're talking like it's a physical impossibility.
I hear what you're saying, as far as the world stats, and how everybody else think about how they think the fight is gonna go and all this stuff. But Earl Spence ain't yet to prove you wrong on nothing after the car accident or whatever. He's yet to prove anybody wrong. He did everything he said he's gonna do. Y'all cannot. These are facts. There's nothing you can say.
He cannot say he did everything. I can't.
He's doing it.
I can't agree that he does everything he say he gonna do. I know. I don't even want to get. I ain't gonna get into that because I know you can take it, ATL. But
come on now.
But the fact
I'm
that he
standing on that.
Yeah, but the fact that he said, "Terrence, go get a belt and then holler at me," then he changed it up, tells me right there, you cannot say to me he does everything he say he gonna do. So right there, that's hogwash. Birdman said that nigga was blind, Miss T. Only reason Ugas can win if Spence don't show up. And salute Queen in the panel and chat. Salute to you, Birdman. That's why I'm trying to, Birdman, take the link. I'm trying to get y'all to realistically, but not googly eyes, and put your oil down when y'all talk about your boy Earl Spence.
Hey, I do all the time. I'm telling you.
Y'all be oiled the fuck up when y'all talk about your boy Spence. But break down the fight realistically.
Yeah, I am. I just told you what's gonna happen.
You're not saying that, like, do the keys to victory.
The keys to victory
for both.
The keys to victory for you is don't get hit.
Nigga, you
don't get
hit. Birdman, what's the keys to victory for EJ and Ugas?
Give me 1 second, Miss T.
Hi.
Don't get hit.
I'm trying to get my Bluetooth set up.
You know what I'm saying? You better move like you did versus goddamn Pacquiao.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
What up, Bird, man?
Well, what's up, man? What's up? Hey, the only way Ugas can possibly have a chance to win, I'm being real, Miss T. As if he don't show up, because anything else, if he shows up, he's just gonna get beat down. He ain't even sharpening his sword. Hell, the last time I seen him spar was with Shakur Stevenson. Come on, man. And Shakur probably beat him up.
What y'all gonna do if Ugas win?
Ain't no if. We ain't thinking like that.
Right in early Monday. That Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, but you can't.
Is you gonna be here? Don't be talking about you got allergies and you don't want to show your face. I don't hear that, Mitty.
Hey,
I don't want to hear
it. What's up, man?
I'm calling you out now.
Save that same energy, because you can't be making these loopholes for Earl to fail and giving other guys opportunities.
I agree
we
with
can
Bird,
say
man.
that. We can say that about any fighter that steps in the ring with a superstar. We can say that, but actuality is Ugas ain't touching Spence. Come on.
See, I gave. Did y'all listen to the beginning? I gave a realistic assessment.
I didn't. I didn't catch you.
I'm gonna do it again, but you guys need to put the oil down. Stop oiling yourself up.
She said, "Put the oil down."
Talking about Earl Spence, because y'all over there oiling, boy.
Miss T, it's not even It's not even playing favorites. It's just like speaking real. You told me to be truthful about it. I don't see Ugas hurting him.
Miss T be all on Earl, man, but you know what I'm saying? Terrence ain't trying to fight nobody right now, man.
Come on, dog. Come on.
Man, EJ got to fight, Miss T. What is Terrence Crawford do? He can fight. He can fight Boots right now. He can fight Virgil Ortiz. He can fight Keith Thurman. He just ain't doing nothing.
Did EJ have a fight when Terrence was fighting Porter? No, he didn't. So we didn't say that.
What you mean? He already beat Porter up. Like, come on.
So let's keep the same energy.
He beat Porter up already. Like, what did that prove?
What does that mean?
I beat him better than you.
Hey,
he beat him first.
But
Porter looked good beating up on Bud for a little bit, though.
Yeah, he did. He was beating Bud ass.
Porter beat up Ugas too. So what that mean?
No, he didn't. No,
Oh, hold
he
on.
didn't.
I got a Birdman. Hold on. I got a Birdman, but did Crawford beat up Ugas?
Not professionally. No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
But we gonna talk. Did Castano beat Earl last?
Hey, didn't Danny Gar?
I ain't hear nothing about that. Did he?
Hey, didn't Danny Garcia beat up Bud in amateurs?
Yeah, him too. He got beat twice in amateurs.
Then Danny Garcia called him out.
Let's talk about the professional, where they at right now.
Oh, okay. But why Crawford never said that man's name though?
I think EJ was the one who never said the name.
No, I asked you a question, Miss T. I said why Crawford never said Ugas' name. Answer that question, Miss T.
Ugas' name for what? This I think is proof. I don't know
for what. For what?
Let me get it out. I think they tried to get a fight with Ugas, but that shit didn't happen because of Ugas and them.
What if I tried to get on your show and I didn't make it?
Then I'll say you tried.
Oh, exactly.
Let me break down.
But I didn't make it, right?
For some of y'all who listening, let me break down since these people won't put the baby oil down when they thinking about Earl Spence.
She mad at us. Hey, Birdman, she mad at us because it's 2 EJ fans against it's a Terrence Crawford fan now. You used to be like 8 people against me, you know what I'm saying? But I love Miss T, so I'm
I know y'all picking with me. It's all good. I love y'all too. I love look, I always love and respect everybody's opinion. And, but I said EJ has to fight how he normally fights. This is not a fight where he should depart from how he normally
He ain't gonna change nothing. He just gonna adjust.
Break this shit down, hold tight. He adjust.
Look, okay, you not an EJ fan, so you can't break this down with EJ. You can break it down with Terrence Crawford. EJ is my man. Let me break it down for you.
I gave you a chance. You ain't break it down. Now I'm gonna give you another chance.
I'm just messing with you. You know.
Okay, I know. But look, so EJ, he can't afford to depart from what he normally does. He's gonna have to stick his jab out and try to walk Ugas down.
That's his main thing in every fight, the jab.
That's what he does. But Ugas throw several jabs at a time. That's just as good. Ugas also move his head off the line.
Miss T, can I get you? Hold on. Miss T, can I get you agree to me that Errol's got the most meanest jab in the game?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I said I don't know.
Okay, I can't get that from you.
I never judged that. Look,
no, I'm asking you. I'm just asking you. Do he got the meanest jab in the game?
I'm not sitting here twirling my areola for Earl Spence.
Birdman. Birdman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do Earl got the meanest jab in the game?
I say Earl's got one of the meanest jabs in the game.
Okay, I respect that.
I think Charlo's got one of the meanest jabs in the game.
I respect that too. He do.
But I would say Charlo do. I would say Charlo.
He do.
Earl.
Which one though? Which one?
I like Jamel.
I like both of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Charlo fan, but
both of them got a decent.
But one of them with Derrick James, so you know what I'm saying. So
the one with Derrick James got a good. He's got a good. Does
that make my statement a little bit truer?
No.
Is that a word? Is that a word?
Truer? Yes. I don't have the baby oil like y'all do.
I just said that baby oil.
Miss T, you got to admit you ain't doing nothing but throwing baby oil. Come on now, stop it.
I'm throwing baby oil on Terrence.
No, you.
I see you.
Yeah, you throwing it on Terrence, but then you want us to
she throwing it on Terrence.
I'm throwing it on Deontay.
I think you even low key pulling for Ugas, and he don't even have a chance. He doesn't have a chance.
I'm not.
She gonna throw oil on Ugas too.
Y'all didn't listen. This is why I know y'all didn't listen, because I said Earl's gonna win. I said I got Earl winning.
You got Earl winning?
Yes, but I said
I apologize.
There's keys to the victory.
Hold on, what you got him winning by though?
I don't know. Not by no knockout.
You got a 12 rounds?
Decision. It gonna be decision.
Unanimous.
He doesn't knock people out.
Draw, majority. Hey, what you think?
Ugas Hart is going to get him in trouble. Trying to be tough in there, standing toe to toe with Spence is going to get him knocked out.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all keys. One thing that Ugas do that I don't like. He does good at it, but sometimes he don't. He leans in
Yeah,
with
leans his head in.
and Earl catch his ass, he might not be able to lean back out. He might not be able to lean back out. But Ugas does do that well because a lot of people not catching it. When he leans, he makes you think you closer than you're not. And so you commit and he do a full counter on you. And he catch motherfuckers every time. Ugas has to fight how he normally fights. Earl has to fight how he normally fights. Whoever can't take the other person's punch, we're gonna find that out relatively quick. Ugas brings his hands in better than anybody in the welterweight division. He has the best stance, and he moves his feet better than anybody in the division. Like, he rarely ever makes mistakes here. But he's not a knockout puncher. And I don't know, like, what makes him mess up, like what makes him, lose decisions. Because yes, one can argue that he won over Sean Porter, but Sean got the nod. He got the nod. So this is not going to be a cakewalk for Earl, but Earl ain't going to knock him out. If you knock him out, I'll be shocked.
Let's bet 50, Miss T.
Bet 50? Cash
I bet
out?
50 Earl. I bet 50 Earl knocks him out.
I bet you $50 he won't now. I trust you.
I bet you 50 Earl knock him out.
Yeah.
I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet from both of y'all.
All right.
Y'all better run me my motherfucking money.
Send me your cash out.
All right, y'all see my cash out.
I'm gonna send you mine.
TV.
Hey, Miss T, send me some baby oil too when you lose.
Yeah, I want that baby oil Johnson and Johnson's.
Y'all better get out y'all private rooms. I'm gonna tell y'all women, hey, they back there oiling up every time Spence get on the TV.
Hey, tell them.
Go on, throw some KY in there.
Hey, I'll make that bet with my eyes closed.
Look, Birdman, you haven't learned yet that you need to stop betting.
Well, listen. First of all, Ugas is too nice. He ain't got no mean streak in him, man. You let Terrence, not Terrence, but what's his name? Old Porter fight you face to face, and you hitting him, and then you tucking your head. Earl gonna knock you out with an uppercut. Get out of here. Go sit down somewhere.
He gonna raise Earl hand at the end of the fight.
Facts. You're too nice.
Anybody want to make bets? I will hold the money.
He gonna say he's a great fighter. He hit me in the body.
He gonna nut shot.
I cannot breathe anymore.
Hey, let me ask y'all two a question.
What's up?
All right. Who's a better fighter, Ugas or Lamont Peterson?
Ugas.
I'm gonna give Ugas.
Okay, y'all think he's better than Lamont Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because he quit the last fight. Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't taking none of y'all light bill money, am I?
No, you taking my bet money because I ain't gonna bet no more. But you talking?
No, you taking my baby oil money.
I got you. 50. Yeah,
I'm gonna use that baby oil money real good. Dollar General.
Look, Aunt Bo. Who else in here? Yogi. Y'all see it. Demetrius, DJ. Y'all done heard him. Yes, look.
Knock out.
Money. Y'all better pay me my ends. Y'all better pay me.
Hold on. Knockout. Hey, knockout consists of stoppage, quit, towel, all that.
If the fight is stopped before the 12th round for any reason, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you said y'all gonna.
I go on it. He gonna body him out.
No, it ain't gonna make it to 12 rounds. So there ain't no problem. Ugas too tall, and he gonna beat that body off all night long.
Okay, so what you basically saying is Ugas' corner feels like he can't do it no more. That's pretty much a knockout to y'all.
He gonna get knocked out. Period.
Yeah. That's a knockout. You quit.
And it's a win-win for us anyway. If he don't get knocked out, he's still losing. But we're gonna bet you on the knockout.
And you got to pour baby oil on your head on Monday. You gotta get a whole bottle of baby oil and just goddamn just.
It's not Look, so I want to be clear. Earl Spence physically is gonna knock Ugas out. That's what I bet.
Yep.
If he don't finish the fight, it's a knockout. Period. Right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
TKO knockout. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Y'all calling it all the way across the board. If he don't finish,
yes.
Yeah. You said it's going to a decision, so that's all the way across the board.
Okay.
If it don't make it to a decision, we won.
Okay. And if he don't knock him out, y'all know
we're doing that, Miss T.
If he don't knock him out, it means he made it 12 rounds, right?
If he don't make the 12 round, but y'all saying see, I got that in my physically knocking him out.
Stop using that baby oil. You say if he no, he's going to. You gotta quit doing that. Don't be jinxing my fight.
Look. If they don't make it to 12 rounds, y'all done heard him. D-Town Blaster is in the building. D-Town, you know some of this. You know some of this.
Spence by KO. You see that?
We said D-Town Blaster Spence by KO. Look, I can't bet all of y'all motherfuckers.
You just said it. You asked for the smoke. That's what.
Yeah, let me go and lock your name in on my Cash App so I can request it as soon as the fight over.
That ain't 150. I ain't bet you, D-Town. D-Town, you already on my naughty list talking about Deontay like you do.
Hey, you know what, Miss T? Let's just do it for 100. I'm gonna bet for Demetrius Bright since I ain't seen him in a while. He's a Spence fan. I'm about to bet for him too.
Damn.
For my
Let's do me and you.
I'm putting up.
Oh, you don't want to do it? You don't want to do another bet?
So far, I got 100. I ain't y'all. I don't
She
get
said,
caught
I
up.
ain't y'all.
Man, you be getting caught up. I try to tell your ass, don't bet against Terrence Crawford, and you ain't listening.
There you go.
You know I'm telling you.
Yeah, you were right, but nobody in their right mind knew that daddy was going to do that, man. Let's just let that man go out on his shield.
Look, did Terrence knock his ass out or what? That what y'all
Terrence stunned him. He didn't knock him out.
Oh
his
my
daddy
God.
quit.
See, no, y'all niggas ain't doing this one.
Was Porter dizzy when he stood up?
Listen, regardless of the fact, did he make it to the 12th round? No. So according to y'all, if this happened with Spence, that's a knockout.
You're right. It was a knockout. It was a knockout.
I know you supposed to honor your parents, but me and my dad would have been fighting. He did some shit like that.
For real, I'd have punched my dad in the face.
D-Town Blaster, I don't think he would go. He would KO.
Mm-hmm.
But D-Town, I thought you said Spence by KO, and then you said I don't think he would KO. See, now you confusing us, D-Town.
He gonna bet both of us.
D-Town, man, you know I love you. You know I love you. But you be talking about Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's disrespectful.
Call his ass out, Miss T.
That's reckless talking.
Yes, it is.
That is reckless talking, D-Town.
Yeah, this Wilder country.
Come on in. I sent the link, D-Town. You can tell me how you feel about it, but that's reckless talking.
So, yeah.
You baby lucky ain't got no wrench. I had to give him a super time out for that.
It was a question mark at the end. I spoke the truth. What did I say that was wrong? Detail. Listen. It's Deontay country. We gonna always talk love.
We talking about Deontay. I know you talking about EJ.
Deontay over here. We got to. And for the record, yes, I'm biased. Haven't I said that before, fellas? I'm biased when it comes to Deontay.
But I know we have a great show when Deontay Wilder fighting then.
When I'm on other people's shows, I'm respectful. I just listen.
No, I'm talking about Deontay Wilder, though. You know, it'd be lit if he had a fight.
Oh, yeah, that would be lit. D-Town, you know I love you still. You know, you speaking your truth, you know.
Yeah, D-Town, come on in here and join us, man. You know what I'm saying?
This
is a little boxing talk.
But nah, D-Town, they betting me that Spence pretty much gonna KO Ugas. And you kind of had confused me. You said Spence by KO, and then you said I don't think he will KO Ugas. Which one is it?
Spence ain't Pacquiao, goddamn.
Spence don't KO nobody.
Shit ain't gonna be easy.
Hey, Miss T, he up there boxing heavyweight, sparring with heavyweights. You think he ain't finna body that man? Come on, he finna body dude.
Y'all need to put the oil.
Did you see that video clip? You seen that video clip?
And Birdman, what you in some water thinking about?
Oh no,
nigga fighting John Candy in this.
No, hey, my bad. I'm at work. That's my garbage bag. I apologize.
No, it ain't bothering me.
He fighting the Green Mile for sparring.
Hey, I'm practicing on holding this big black bag so that way, if you don't pay me my money, I'm gonna come to ATL and get it. You're gonna be in this bag.
You won't fly me because I ain't in ATL. Got you. I'm objective though, gorgeous.
She said, "Got you."
I hold people accountable. Oh, he's up here. Hey, D-Town.
D-Town, what up?
What's up, D-Town? You got the floor. We can't hear. We couldn't hear him. He's gonna come back in. Yeah, I am biased with Deontay. You know, I'll admit that. But you know, when he lost, I actually cried for half.
He didn't lose. He won. You know, they cheated him again.
I don't think he lost. I was there.
You know, they cheated him.
Yeah, they cheated him. But I cried. But by the time I got out of my chair and walked downstairs and walked outside, I was okay. Let's see. I think he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
D-Town, what it do?
Yo, how y'all doing?
What up?
We good. And what you got on this and Ugas?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a 50-50 fight to me. Let me clarify. That's why I put a question mark at the end. I was saying if somebody was one of them gentlemen saying that Spence gonna win by KO. I don't have anything. I mean, of course it can happen, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, but obviously it can happen. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
I'll explain to you why it's going to happen, because Spence, out of his own mouth, he said, man, I ain't been knocking out nobody, because he ain't been practicing and training like he's supposed to, but he on his A game right now. Miss T gonna see a dead body.
Dead body, top line.
D-Town.
Okay.
They using the same or General Big Fish is using. When you talk about
oh man, that's horrible. Well, damn.
Hey, when a man tell you he gonna body you, he gonna knock you out, you gonna see, then you gotta take him for his word. I follow.
I can't take that man for his word. He been lying too long. I can't take him for his word.
We are not talking about Bud. We're talking about Spence right now.
That's what I'm saying. I know what we're talking about.
Hey, Miss T, you seen your face when I said that.
Yeah, look, put the oil down. That's all I can tell y'all fellas. Put that oil down. I swear, y'all be.
We gonna see when y'all be like, shit.
Earl got a lot of suitors, don't he, D-Town?
D-Town put $50 on it then.
It's a great deal, but it's crazy. Like, deal, but I'm from here, so that's why I'm like, man, a lot of us ain't believing this shit, man. I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas. I'm born and raised South Dallas.
Really? That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know, man. But luckily, my parents got me out the hood, so it's straight. They got me out the hood.
God damn. You from Dallas and don't need to support EJ. That's crazy.
I mean,
I got to support everybody from the city.
Man.
Hey,
y'all also forgetting the number one thing that Spence got that half these brothers ain't got, and that's a chin. Which chin you take, Miss T? Which chin you gonna take? You gonna take Bud chin? Or you gonna take Spence chin?
No, I already got Bud.
So you taking Bud chin? Come on.
Come on, dog. You already know how that's gonna play out.
That's Cal. You take Spence chin over Bud.
Hell no.
I ain't never seen Spence twerking.
Well,
hey, Porter even had him hurt.
If he stopped nut digging, then he might twerk a little bit.
See, here we go. We can't win.
Now hold on.
We gonna win. We gonna win during that fight. I'm gonna be looking for y'all too.
Y'all better be here Monday, bright.
They don't want to see that part happen.
Hey, Miss T, we're gonna take over your show Monday.
Hey,
I'm talking my shit Monday.
Wait 3-4 months after the fight. I'm gonna catch you.
Look, I got D-Town Blaster and ATL up there for $50. I'm writing this shit down.
I got you.
You got me for 50, Miss T.
I got me too for 100.
You ain't got me for no damn 100.
She said you ain't got me for 100.
I mean 100 altogether if I lose.
Okay, 50 then. Everybody 50.
All right, so it's gonna be $100.
Miss T, since I kind of wild, I gotta figure out what I did that you dislike. What happened? Because I like to make things right.
Look, other than talk about Wilder, you can't. No, I ain't gonna say you can't.
Well, I mean, he was that was the topic of conversation.
I know, but you be showing him in the bad light.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said exactly what was going on. I didn't say anything negative. I spoke public knowledge. That was it.
What's the public knowledge? I want to hear this.
Yeah, go ahead, D-Town.
Man,
Break
they
it
were
down.
so they were talking about they were talking about I can't remember who the initial conversation was, but it went to Wilder for whatever reason not accepting that the zone deal, and I just let them know. I mean, again, it was public knowledge. He was made several offers before that. I can't remember if it was the 12.5 or the 15 million that was so called the Mayweather training camp money, and like I say, the conversation was why didn't he accept the deal from the zone? And like I say, Shelly Finkel came out and said, well, it's because they didn't know how much Joshua was making. Now, one guy tried to argue with me and tell me, well, that's because Joshua wasn't part of it. And I said, well, man, you got to use your common sense. Who else was they going to pay Wilder $40 million to fight? Who else were they going to put in front of him for $40 million to fight? So I'm like, that didn't make any sense. So, of course, of course it was AJ.
Didn't Wilder actually get he got the bag, and then they actually turned it down because they didn't think Wilder wasn't going to get the $50 million, and he got it.
Yeah, I thought Wilder offered Joshua $50 million.
Yeah. So what the consensus?
That hang on. Hey, y'all still there?
Yeah.
My bad, my phone started ringing. Now the consensus on that was at that time AJ was signed exclusively to fight on Sky Sports. The money came from Frank Warren and BT for the TV rights to be exclusively on BT, which contractually AJ couldn't take. So that's what the whole ordeal was. And at first there was they said they had some confusion. Stephen Espinosa said the money was coming from Showtime, but he got caught lying, like I say, because Lou DiBella said the exact same thing. Hey, we went to Frank Warren to ask him to broadcast the fight over in the UK. So that stopped Stephen Espinosa right there in his tracks. Like I say, Frank Warren and Lou DiBella said, they said they had the exact same story. So like I say, contractually, that man couldn't take that fight. However, even though I thought it was kind of fucked up, it was smart because you can use a smear campaign off of that, which is exactly what he did. Because they're saying, hey, you asked for the money, but now you're not taking it. Well, but tell the whole truth.
Saying he couldn't take it. Cut out, D-Town. But remember the 12 million? What they were doing to me was they trying to get him a flat fee, no percentage of the pay-per-view. I thought that was unfair. And I think that's why Wilder didn't take it. Then
Wilder took everything they offered, but they were just trying to fuck with Wilder. They didn't know Wilder had the balls to fight him. He didn't care how much it was.
And my question is, why Joshua trying to fight him now? You didn't want to fight him then for $50 million.
Yeah. D-Town, you cut out. Can't hear you. But he might come back.
I don't even think fighting AJ is worth it because hell,
it ain't worth it no more because he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing.
He want to get a chance to spar with him. I don't know if they ever sparred.
Nobody want to see them spar like some soft ass shit.
When you spar, you get a glimpse.
Man, nobody want to see that, bro.
That's a bad idea.
But to me, that's a bad idea. You'll see what he got when he get in the ring.
That just let me know you scared. You do some shit like that.
Yeah, but Devin Haney.
Don't spar me, fight me.
That's Devin Haney's problem. He go around. This is my opinion. That he go around, and I know you gotta get sparring, but everybody the cat's out the bag. They know what they getting into with Devin. That's why they ducking him. I wouldn't spar him.
I would. Fuck that shit. I don't give a damn. Give me some money.
I wouldn't fight him unless it's for the belt.
I spar his ass every day up to the fight. I don't give a damn. You can beat me up every day.
I don't know, but D-Town, that piece of info, D-Town, we didn't know. Like as far as he contractually couldn't take, the money or whatever. But Joshua is the one to give you $50 million, and Deontay got it. Now you saying that Deontay knew by giving him that $50 million that they was gonna put him in the squeeze. That's what you basically saying.
Hey, what the hell? If they was to fight, what the hell Anthony Joshua gonna get this money from?
Eddie Hearn got all the money.
Eddie Hearn ain't fucking with Joshua right now.
He got
He
to.
fucking with Canelo because Canelo back. He on Canelo nuts.
Yeah, he is. But Eddie and Joshua got a 10-year agreement they signed last year.
Not lately. Yeah, they got an agreement, but he ain't been rocking with Joshua since he lost them belts.
Joshua, he wants Joshua to get him back.
Think about it now. Am I lying? Anybody on the panel, right? When Joshua had them belts, you see him and Eddie Hearn like this. They brothers. Since he lost them belts,
You don't hardly ever see him. I mean, yeah, like I think Deontay.
Did you see him hugging Canelo?
Yeah, he's courting him. He wants Canelo bad. He wants.
You said he's courting him.
He's courting him. Yeah, he's courting him. What's up, Birdman?
Hey, Mr. T, my bad. I ain't got my car. Give me a second. Let me mute y'all real fast.
Okay. Yeah, he courting him. He courting him real bad. Because he want that fight. Why they paid Canelo that much?
Hey, what's another word for that, Miss T?
What?
For courting him.
Dating him. D10, are you back? He courting him. He trying to woo him. He pitching woo.
He pitching woo on the job.
Pitching woo on the job. He pitching
the
woo.
Nigga hugging and shit. He said, "Look at y'all over there just hugging and shit. You know to scratch up my car."
Yeah. Joshua, I don't know. I guess, I had a theory about why Joshua threw that fight away. Because sometimes I think he throw fights away. He threw the Andy Ruiz fight away. You could say he wasn't really prepared at the time, or he didn't think. But he could afford.
He got beat the fuck up. He ain't talking about he wasn't prepared. Ain't nobody prepared to get beat the fuck up. Ain't nobody.
I mean, he probably just overlooked. I could see why people look at Andy Ruiz and be like, "Oh, this fat piece of."
Man, I told everybody Andy Ruiz was gonna whoop his ass. I'm sorry.
And then look what Andy did when he came back. Irresponsible.
And I knew he was gonna fuck up because that nigga looked like the goddamn butterball we used to see during Thanksgiving. There used to be on the commercial and shit. They shot that bitch with steroids. That motherfucker fat in here. Come get your butterball turkey.
The Michelin man.
He couldn't even catch the nigga. He was goddamn trying to chase him. He couldn't even catch him and shit.
I'm surprised he got through the round.
He was slobbing gravy and shit. That nigga.
So he was eating pizza in the back of the
He went to the Golden Corral.
Hold on, what you say?
This shit echoing.
Okay.
All right. Can y'all hear me, Miss T?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah. What you driving right now? Birdman.
I'm in the Stang.
You in that Stang?
Yeah. I'm gonna be on a bicycle, man. They're killing me in gas.
Yeah, we're gonna see who on the road.
Yeah, I broke gas house, so I got to go get my horse at the barn.
Hey, don't worry about it. We're gonna be $50 richer pretty soon.
So I got nigga grass, miles.
It ain't echoing.
It might be me.
It might be you.
It might be
son.
Let me mute real fast.
Okay.
You want me to come back?
No. It was Birdman. And what were you saying? Because you like.
We were talking about the Andy Ruiz. Did y'all hear that? Because I heard he got knocked. I heard he got concussed and spar. I heard he got his ass knocked out before that first Andy Ruiz fight.
Yep, I heard that.
Joey DeWaco, I believe. Yeah, so I don't mean shit. First off, I don't know why you sparring that close up to your fight date, and secondly, how your handler let you go into the ring concussed.
He had a flashback. That's all.
But then again, like you say, hey, he probably looked past Louise. Like, man, this little yellow Michelin man looking piece of shit, I got him covered.
And he whooped his ass.
If you could have a legitimate reason to back out of a fight if you are concussed.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight concussed.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna look terrible no matter what you say, but it could look worse if you go in there all fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
But see, okay, let me ask you this, D-Town. When Big Baby Miller dropped out, he could have picked anybody. Why didn't he pick Joshua? I mean, Wilder.
See, I'm trying to remember that timeline. Did he have a fight lined up? Because he offered that fight to a lot of people, and for whatever reason, because no, no. Remember, Wilder had it because remember, Luis Ortiz was supposed to take that fight, and remember he turned down the $7 million and took the $500K to go fight Wilder.
No, but I think at the time when Big Baby Miller, I have to go back and check, but I think at the time that Big Baby Miller got kicked to the curb, nobody had a fight like Wilder. Nobody was lined up for him at that moment.
I don't recall. Yeah, I mean, you might be right, young lady. You might be right, but I need to go back. But I do, like I said, I remember Ortiz. That's how they ended up fighting Andy Ruiz, because Ortiz turned it down to go fight Wilder.
Yeah, that could have been a separate.
So, and like I said, I don't know the actual particulars behind it, but like I said, I do recall, and I say Ortiz. Let me say his handlers, because they're the ones say they dropped the ball on it.
That was stupid.
So, man, very. So, I mean, you went and made $500K for fighting for one belt, but you could have made $7 million fighting for 3. Yeah, I didn't understand that either, but
yeah. If you didn't catch the beginning part of the show, I was talking about PBC bragging about the fact they got 9 dates coming up in which I ain't paying for shit up. I ain't paying for none of it. But they got they bragging that they got 6 world title fights, 2 unification bouts. 7 of them gonna be on Showtime and 2 for pay-per-view. And the big ticket items were EJ versus Ugas, Tank versus Rolly, Charlo versus Castano, and Tazoo versus Gasha. Now I was asking ATL and Birdman, which they was giving a realistic breakdown of the fight, the keys to victory. What do you got on the keys to victory for EJ versus Ugas?
Man, so I haven't watched a whole lot of Ugas. And I mean, Earl's he's a good solid linear fighter. He's a good solid come forward fighter. Like I don't know a whole lot about Ugas. My problem with Earl, he don't live that boxer lifestyle. He live peon lifestyle like me, out here getting drunk and shit all the time. So I mean, if you gonna take your craft seriously.
That was like 2 years ago.
That was who?
That was like 2 years ago, bro. Like, you still gonna hold on to that? He changing. Like, he did everything he's supposed to do.
I mean, if he's doing that, my brother, that's great. Because like I said, I don't follow him anymore, man. I don't really keep up with a whole lot of them, man. But like I said, I tried to deal with him for the last,
I'm telling you,
I watched him.
He's changed. He's changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Well,
learned from his mistake.
Take your word for that.
He learned from his
take your word for that, young man.
A lot of people say
he's coming back to his old self. He understand he could have put his family in jeopardy, his kids could have never seen him again, and that shit mean a lot to him. And I'm telling y'all finna lose y'all money because he finna make a statement out of Ugas.
I mean that's fine. I mean if he beat Ugas, I mean, hey man, no sweat off my back.
It's about Ugas. It's about everybody. What everybody got to say. Just like the same comments you saying, yeah, he fell off. Everybody fall off. Ain't nobody perfect in life. But he got off that stoop. He realized he fucked up, and he making it up right now. And he gonna show everybody.
Well, that's great, man. That's great. It really made no difference to me. I'm not really that invested in that fight. I'm invested in the post fight because I got money on that.
Because when the post fight is over, let me go and lock you in. Let me go and subscribe to your channel, D-Town Blaster. Because when this fight over, I'm gonna be hitting you up. I'm gonna send you my cash app for that good 50.
No problem. No problem. I pay my debt. Yeah, I pay my debt. I got no problem with that.
Miss T, I might give you half off because I love you. I might just tell you send me 25. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the discount.
I got
Andrew Charles is
Hey,
in the building. He said,
Andrew
Miss
Charles,
T,
what's
I
up,
got
man?
"What you say, D-Town?"
Miss T, I got a couple bets on E-Thriller channel. I got a
You got
couple bets because I won some money. I won some money out from the last time because
I'm betting
I
on
had
Jake
told
Paul.
them. I told him, I said, hey man, he not gonna
fight.
come in that ring after win that fight.
Yes.
And so I won money on that. And now I got somebody bet me that he was gonna call out Terrence. I said, nah, somebody gonna have to say Terrence's name. I said, he'll never say Terrence's name first. Never.
You did say that. I heard that.
Oh yeah, nah, I leave. Yeah, I'll mine on digital.
You talking about Jay Paul's that Terrence Crawford name?
Nah, I'm talking about Earl.
Earl won't say. He won't say his name.
Talking about Jay Paul?
We talking about. We talking about.
Nah,
Daddy.
talking about PBC. Protection from Bud Crawford.
We talking about Daddy. He won't say Daddy's name. That's
Daddy. Damn.
Bud Crawford.
Daddy on the sideline right now.
Andrew Charles, thank
Daddy,
you.
Daddy on the sideline with plenty of options. Won't pick one though.
Look at him.
Oh yeah, he waiting on the so-called big one, the self-proclaimed big one.
He been waiting on that shit for like 7 years. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Damn, ain't it crazy?
He could have had the fight before Ugas, man. Come on, man.
Man, ain't that crazy that he Spence was gung ho for Jeff Horn, but he don't want on Terrence. For Jeff Horn, but he don't want on Terrence. Ain't that something? That's something, man.
I don't know about though, Jeff Horn. I know about her.
Yeah, of course not.
Hold on. He gave me a compliment. Salute Andrew Charles. He said, "Looking good, Miss T." Thank you, Andrew.
Shit, always.
Oh, thank you, D-Town.
Miss T, you talking about you had allergy? You lied. You know you just had the ponytail. Right there.
Had allergies. I can't let y'all see my eyes and my face when I swell up. I can't have that on the tizoo. So, this is the worst time for T. You know, these allergies. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but we see the pollen all on our car. That shit gonna be on there like cake.
Oh yeah, we got them pine trees. That shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit serious.
And my car white, so you know I see the lime green.
You better go through the goddamn gas station car wash. That shit, that shit might be like $13 right now with gas.
By the time I get home from the gas station car wash, it'll be back on there. I just try not to touch the outside when I get in my car. I try not to be out there.
Excuse me, my brother. I don't know your name, man, but you said we ain't talking about Jeff Horn, but Jeff Horn is he's important to the conversation at hand. You know, when you got to bring up Jeff Horn when you talk about, the Spence Bud saga, because that was the whole prerequisite of their fight. You have to mention. Say it again.
Where is Jeff Horn at?
Retired.
Oh, probably still recovering from that beating. I don't know.
Was that the fight that Bud got up on the ropes and stuck his tongue out, or was that Jose? But he stuck his tongue out and was like, "Y'all motherfuckers." Y'all remember that when he stuck his tongue out? He just, arms like that. And
Jeff Horn was never a threat to anyone.
There y'all go. But Earl wanted him.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, Earl willing to fight him. It was less unified. When it comes to Bud, as we'll see. Or Bud got to come across the street.
I saw that tape. I saw that tape.
It was. Yeah, but it wasn't no across the street talk when it was with Jeff Horn though. That's what I wouldn't understand.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all got a couple of more weeks to use that same excuse, bro. Because after this Ugas fight, when he beat Ugas,
my brother,
he coming for Crawford.
Man. I hope you're right, Crawford. But I mean, you're saying excuse, my brother. You're saying excuse, but that's what happened.
About Jeff Horn. Don't nobody give a damn about Jeff Horn. She said he retired. Again. We talking about Earl Spence after he whooped Ugas ass.
Right.
He coming for Crawford, bro.
I hope you're right. I
don't want to hear none of this foolishness.
But that has no bearing on when
after the fight.
Crawford.
I don't want to hear
it.
From.
It's not conjecture. It's not conjecture.
I don't want to hear from T. When he beat Ugas, and he called Crawford out after the fight. That's what's gonna happen.
And the majority of us.
I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all on Sunday.
I'm gonna be elated.
When he called Crawford out after the fight, because that's what he been talking about.
D10, that what y'all bet should have been. I bet you he don't call Crawford name out. I ain't
Well,
betting.
I like I say,
I'll put another
yours is
50 on whoever want to bet for that.
Okay, I'll take that too. I'll
Okay.
take that too.
That's
But see,
$100. So that's $100, right?
He's not gonna bring his name up first.
That's
Uh,
$100,
But
right?
whoever interviewing him, man, it's whatever amount of money you want to do. But
if he win this fight, he
whoever
gonna call Crawford out. I got $100 on it.
okay, yo,
Yeah,
50.
nah.
Hold on, let's be clear. You got with D-Town Blaster ATL $50 that Smith's gonna knock him out, just like you got with me $50 and Birdman.
Yep, and then 50 on.
But you got 50 saying
He gonna call Crawford ass out.
On not then D-Town got not calling not going to call
Somebody gonna bring up Crawford name. He'll elaborate. He ain't gonna say his name first.
Yeah, that's the so we clear. Don't tell me about no. He did talk about Crawford. He got to initiate. Y'all, you get it, ATL? That's what the bet
That's
is.
not gonna happen.
No, we on your video. We can go back and look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't did that. He ain't gonna do it now.
Okay.
You and D-Town got
You gonna bet on it, D-Town? $50, right?
I already told you. I
That's
told you to do the 50 with it. Yeah. That's a yard. Yeah.
I don't got no. I got you for 150. One bet, and that is
$50 for me.
This is not gonna knock him out. That's what I got. 50 with you.
But I'm gonna send somebody a pizza or something that night, but y'all gonna pay me good.
ATL,
Oh man, you can have that money.
gonna break you down to your
Because the thing is, I hope you're right. That's the
I'm gonna
crazy.
go to
I
the
hope
Waffle
that
House
you're
on one of y'all money. I'm gonna cheat my keto diet and go to the Waffle House.
We got you. Gonna break you down. I'm gonna get 50 off you, and D-Town gonna get 100 off you.
Nah,
and I'm gonna get 100 that night too, D-Town, because
nah, man.
Nah,
Miss T. Miss T. If for whatever, if I do win, he gonna donate the money to you. I don't want his money. He can donate to you to the channel.
Look at that.
Yeah, nah.
You got war.
And I want my ends 1 second after midnight.
You get it right after the fight.
Renan Sartors is in the building. He said, Queen. Andrew Charles say it's good Horn beat Manny. At least he had the nuts to step in the ring with Bud. Otherwise, everybody else with the belt would have been avoiding Bud like the plague. Indeed.
Oh my God.
Indeed.
Well, my brother, why do you think nobody would fight?
You said what?
I said, why did you think wouldn't anybody fight him?
Fight who? Jeff Horn?
Bud. Nah, everybody would have fought Jeff Horn. Everybody ready to fight Jeff Horn.
Shit, everybody ain't fight Bud because shit, they know what the fuck Bud can do.
Oh, well, see, I like you. I appreciate you being honest, man. That's like you the first Spence fan that said that. You all right with me, man.
Miss Queen will tell you I ain't no Bud hater.
Hey, man, what's your cash at? Let me buy you a beer so you can cheat on your keto diet tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not no Bud hater now. Like, I love my brothers.
Well, no, it ain't about hating, but I mean, you know, a lot of people don't want to tell the truth.
But when it
like I
comes
said, I
to
just be
Bud, that's a whole different subject. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay,
I'm listening. My brothers
So
gonna
why
whoop
you think
everybody else's ass outside of them.
I think he's still in detail, so he does have a channel. He do short videos. Detail his ATL unanimous
boxing sport. I just do little short videos for people in the hood that's less fortunate. They don't know about boxing events and stuff like that. So I just do little short videos to know about upcoming boxing fights and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For now. You know what I'm saying?
It's called ATL unanimous boxing sports. These are all, they're not together one word, but it's like spaced out. He in the chat a little bit, so you might can go up there and see.
Yeah,
please.
You might say man down shorty right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He called it man down shorty right now to the Ugas fight, D-Town. But I don't know. Like that's good. Now I will only bet with you and Birdman ATL because I've known y'all for a while and I believe y'all will pay. I don't like betting with men. I don't like betting with men because they never fucking pay. And then what I'm gonna do? Knock you out? Shit.
Nah, broke lame man nigga don't pay.
They take advantage, boy, but they know a sister ain't gonna knock them out and shit. That 1 point,
they try to take advantage of this shit.
Hell no. I'm a man of my word. I don't want to be labeled as no pussy online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay my debt. If I lose, I'm gonna pay you. I ain't no excuse. Oh, I got you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, fuck all that.
Nigga don't pay up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, with all
I've
that.
had that. I've met a lot of hoe ass niggas then.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I say, you know what? I'm not betting y'all no more. I remember this dude. I'm $17. Where we get that number from?
He want to give you $17. God damn.
$17. It wasn't even the money; it was the principality to it.
Exactly.
If he would have won, I would have paid him. I'm still looking for that shit.
We get the 17. We get gas prices up. I need that 17.
Yeah, it was on some rap shit. It was on some rap
short $17.
I know, right? I need some gas in my tank.
Straight up. That's shit. 17. They like 3 gallons right now.
3 gallons, yeah.
I was like, he just knew he knew rap. I said, nigga, when you was in the country, I was in the thick of things. I was in the city. I was there when rap started. Like, what the fuck you talking about? He wouldn't even pay. Like, we actually got in an argument over some rap shit. And I'm like, nigga, you gonna tell me? I knew this thing. I knew that answer.
Damn.
Me my 17. I don't even remember what the question was, but it was over some rap shit.
That's how motherfuckers be though.
So I said, you know what? That was the last bet I'm able to do because I'd have had several in my lifetime, but they didn't pay. And they just be looking at you like, bitch, you can't make me pay. Like, I'm gonna get your ass back. I just don't know how yet. You know, run me my ends. But I promise you, I got y'all money right now. I got y'all. I'm gonna put it to the side. I got y'all money right. If I
well, go on, put it up. You might well go on, send it to me. You know what I'm saying? Go on, send it to me early. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't gotta send it to you when I know you gonna be sending me. Y'all heard detail say you gotta pay. You gotta run me his. Stop. Thank you.
Yeah, donate to the channel.
Yeah, donate to the channel, y'all. Yeah. Everything that y'all donate goes back to the channel.
Detail, he gonna change his page or something else. We ain't gonna know who he is.
I don't hire for nobody, man.
His name gonna be the Ghost.
Nah, man. I don't hire for nobody, man.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
So look, I've been on 2 hours, so we gotta cut it short because I gotta get to my man.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess I'll see you at E-Thriller channel.
I know, right? So y'all have anything closing y'all want to say? You want to put something on our mind for this weekend coming up?
Shit, man. Hey, I just want everybody out there to be safe and take care of your families. You know what I'm saying? Watch your surroundings. Be safe everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Shit real out here. You know what I'm saying?
Gas is making shit more real. D-Town, you got anything?
Thank you for having me on. My first time on. There will be many more. Okay. Young man, pleasure meeting you and talking to you. Glad us as black men can agree and disagree respectfully. Ain't no name calling, all that bullshit. So I appreciate you, young man. Yeah, man, I look forward to being back on here with y'all several more times.
You come fuck with us, bro.
Yeah. It wasn't much news tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. It wasn't really much. I saw some personal information and articles. I'm not going to bring nobody personal shit unless it directly affect boxing. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I'm saying this now, so mark the date because we almost like an exact month out, but a little bit more than a month, a couple of days more than a month. Earl Spence, please, whatever you do, don't nut dig that night. I want to enjoy the fight.
Do whatever it takes to win because the Spence Crawford fight, if it happens, is bigger than the Ugas Crawford fight.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I just lose interest in the fight. I probably turn from it. Y'all probably could come in and say we knocked them out.
She a true Spence hater.
I hate Spence.
You won't be getting my money.
I just want my money though. Cash out. I'm gonna request it.
Everybody over here
You ain't even
honorable.
gonna get to sleep because all you gonna hear is your phone go.
Mhm.
You gonna hear the Cash App sign all night in your sleep.
And I'm gonna be shouting y'all out. I'm gonna have to play the
You gonna think money
Straight
dropping
Up
is gonna be
Lane.
me dropping money.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Lord have mercy. We'll get something out there. But anyway, thank y'all for joining in. And you know, what can I say? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.
Already. Peace.
Thank you, Mr.